Smooth cat.
Let's get ready to rumble.
I'm a bad man. I shook up the world. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable, and I'm just ferocious.
I feel I'm the best ever. I broke everybody's record. Tell me who record I haven't broke.
Colossal Boxing Talk.
What's good, YouTube? This is the homie Smooth Cat with Colossal Boxing Talk, and in this video today I want to talk about the upcoming WBO Super Middleweight Championship fight between King Arthur Abraham versus Paul Smith. Okay, as we know, Arthur Abraham, he was one of the participants in a Super 6 tournament that Andre Ward went on to win. Excuse me. But on the flip side, Arthur Abraham, at the beginning of the tournament, he was looked at as one of the favorites to potentially go all the way because he had power, good defense, and I mean, he has an awkward skill set, but he's a skilled fighter. He's very skilled. In the case of Paul Smith is a very exciting fighter. He's the type he likes to hit you from awkward angles. He likes to go to the body. He can get physical in there with you too. But in this fight here coming up, I honestly believe this fight. I believe this will be a good fight. Because one thing is, I don't feel Arthur Abraham is at his best. I'm not saying he's shot, but I don't feel he's the same Arthur Abraham. But he still does carry that one-hit knockout power. He still has that in either hand. So that's something Paul Smith has to be aware of. Paul Smith has been stopped twice before. He was stopped by the 8-0 James DeGale at the time. And then he was. Some people feel that the DeGale stoppage was a tad bit early. I can somewhat agree with it being a tad bit early, but I mean he was visibly hurt in that fight. So I mean, it was the ref's call, and the ref made the call a halt to the bout. So I mean you can't cry with spoiled milk. Okay, on the flip side, his other TKO loss was George Groves when George Groves was 13-0, and in that fight, George Groves actually had him hurt to the point where he was on the verge of possibly hurting him badly, hurting him even worse. So that was a good stoppage. In this fight here, Paul Smith is gonna have to by him being the taller man, he's gonna have to try to offset what Arthur Abraham is going to bring to the table. And if by experience he can look at other fights such as the Carl Froch fight and see how Carl Froch kept him at the end of the jab and walked him in the right hands and basically never let Arthur Abraham get going in their fight. Or either he could take or he could look at the Robert Stieglitz. Sorry if I mispronounced his name, Stieglitz or Stieglitz. Sorry if I'm butchering his name, I apologize. But anyways, he can look at those fights, all three fights, because Stieglitz and Abraham they had some wars. Abraham in his career, he's only been stopped once, and that was by Robert Stieglitz, and it was a TKO stoppage, and it is what it was. But on the flip side, Arthur Abraham, he has power in either hand, and he can get you out of there still. But what I've noticed in watching his last few fights, it's like something is missing. Because in his prime, Arthur Abraham could just come, boom, out of nowhere, you out of there. But it's like now, it's like he still has the power, but it's like something like that's. His speed factor, his speed and his timing, they're on the decline because he's not as accurate as he once was with his big shots. He used to with his shell defense like this and shoot his jab, and then will come over with that right hand. And like I say, about with the type of power this guy has, he's not the type of guy you don't want to sit there and try to trade with him, because more than likely you're going to get the worst of it. But something else with Arthur Abraham, he fought the fight with Edison Miranda with a broken jaw. I mean, that says a lot about him. Don't get me wrong, Stieglitz got the stoppage because I believe he got hurt or something like that. It was a while back, but I believe he had a back injury or something during the fight, so they stopped it. But Arthur Abraham, he has an iron chin, and man, this is Paul Smith. Paul Smith has power, but I'm not sure Paul Smith has the type of power to be able to stop Abraham, to knock him out. I'm sure he has enough power to keep him at bay, but I don't think he has enough to actually stun him. I mean, keep him stun him. But like I say, this video is not a breakdown. It's just me like running over scenarios with this fight. But like I say, I honestly look at this fight, and I'll say this early on, I'm favoring Arthur Abraham just because of body of work, his power, and his resiliency. But I mean, don't sleep on Paul Smith at all, because Paul Smith he's a good boxer, and Paul Smith can come in there and surprise you. But a lot of people bring up, like you say, that he lost to James DeGale and George Groves. Those are top caliber fighters, and the fight with DeGale, he actually was giving DeGale a good fight. The case with in the fight with Groves was too much for him. But I mean, like you say, Paul Smith, he's also on. I mean, he's only 31 years old, but I look at him like he's slowly declining too. So like I say, I mean, I believe this is a pretty even fight, where either guy does have the opportunity to win this. But like I say, I got to get to the films, get my studying on, and see which guy. Like I said, sorry about the YouTube. But anyways, I gotta get to the films and study, see which guy has an advantage doing this or has an advantage with that. And so this is gonna be the end of the video. Like I say, just my early thoughts on this. So hopefully you guys hit that like button for me. Leave your comments in the comment section. I will get back to you. And also go over to the YouTube page and hit the subscribe button. You can go over to Facebook and go find Colossal Boxing Talk, the page. Hit the like button for us there, and also go over to Twitter and hit Colossal CBT and follow us. Like I say, we want to thank you guys for all the love and support you guys have given us, and Colossal Boxing Talk has plenty more big things coming soon. So just stay in tune, stay with us. Hey, like I'll continue to say, we're here to stay. And we're thankful for all the love and support you guys are giving us. Well, this is Smooth Cat, and that's the end of the video.